Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Now Discover Your Strengths by Marcus Buckingham, a significant work that challenges the traditional focus on fixing weaknesses and instead champions the power of harnessing one's innate strengths. This book stands as a beacon for personal and professional development, guiding readers through understanding what strengths truly are, their origins, and the pivotal reasons we should prioritize them. It offers practical advice and strategies for identifying your natural talents and leveraging them for exceptional performance and fulfillment. Marcus Buckingham, a luminary in the field of business writing, brings his expertise as a New York Times best-selling author, consultant, and sought-after speaker to the table. Having co-authored influential titles such as First, Break All the Rules and The One Thing You Need to Know, Buckingham's insights are underpinned by extensive research and a profound understanding of personal development and organizational excellence. Now, Discover Your Strengths is essential reading for anyone on a quest to uncover their hidden talents and for those eager to stretch their limits and achieve greater success. It is particularly invaluable for managers aiming to propel their teams to new heights by capitalizing on each member's unique strengths. Join us as we explore this transformative book, a tool for anyone looking to navigate the journey towards realizing their full potential and cultivating an environment where strengths are recognized, cultivated, and celebrated. Now, discover your strengths, how to develop your talents and those of the people you manage. Introduction. Unlock your potential. Embrace your strengths for a fulfilling life. At some juncture in our lives, we've all been made painfully aware of our flaws. The awkward moments trying to mingle at social events or the failed attempts at sports that clearly weren't our calling. It's almost as if our shortcomings shout louder than our strengths. But pause for a moment and ask yourself, what about the flip side of the coin? What are your strengths, and how do they define you? Now, Discover Your Strengths delves deep into the realm of personal talents and abilities, guiding you on a journey to not only identify your inherent strengths, but to make them the cornerstone of your existence. This exploration isn't just about self-awareness, it's a roadmap to leveraging these strengths for a richer, more successful life. The narrative unfolds by addressing several critical questions. What exactly constitutes a strength? How are they formed? And where can they be found within us? Beyond personal enlightenment, the book offers a strategic lens through which employers can view their teams, transforming the workplace by focusing on what employees excel at. As we navigate through these insights, you'll uncover how the intricate wiring of your brain might just be the treasure map to your unique talents. The significance of empathy, not just as a skill, but as a natural instinct, a beacon illuminating the path toward deeper connections and understanding, a fresh perspective on your personality. Are you the analytical thinker who loves to dissect problems, or the charismatic leader who effortlessly motivates others? Embracing this wisdom promises a transformative shift in how you perceive your abilities and interact with the world around you. It's an invitation to shift focus from the exhausting pursuit of fixing our weaknesses to the enriching process of cultivating our strengths. As we journey through Now Discover Your Strengths, prepare to unravel the tapestry of your talents and how they weave into the fabric of your life and work. This isn't just about acknowledging what you're good at. It's about making those strengths the driving force behind your daily actions, decisions, and interactions. Welcome to a new chapter where your strengths are not just acknowledged but celebrated and utilized to their fullest potential. Part 1. The flaw in our focus. Why we need to celebrate strengths, not weaknesses. In the corridors of schools and the cubicles of offices, there's a prevailing wind that constantly pushes us toward identifying and correcting our weaknesses. This breeze whispers promises of heightened productivity and personal improvement, if only we could fix what's wrong with us. But is this really the path to success? What if the secret to soaring high and achieving our goals lay in the opposite direction? In recognizing and harnessing our strengths. So, how do you recognize a strength? Amid various definitions, one stands out in its simplicity and truth. A strength is any activity that you can perform with consistent excellence and genuine pleasure. If there's something you excel at, time and time again, and it brings you joy, congratulations, you've found a strength. It's no marvel that companies thriving with vibrancy and growth are those where employees engage in tasks that play to their strengths daily. A fascinating study by the Gallup organization, involving nearly 200,000 workers across various sectors, sought to understand the impact of this alignment. The findings were revealing. The mere 20% of employees who felt their jobs allowed them to frequently utilize their strengths were part of organizations that showed significantly lower turnover rates, higher productivity, and greater customer satisfaction. Yet, despite this compelling evidence, so many organizations are still bogged down in the quagmire of weakness correction. Think about it. How many times have employees been dispatched to training programs designed not to polish their natural talents but to remedy their deficiencies? This fixation on what's lacking diverts attention and resources from where they could truly make a difference: the nurturing and enhancement of innate strengths. Sure, addressing weaknesses isn't entirely misguided. For instance, an employee who's a strategic thinker but stumbles in effective communication might indeed benefit from a course aimed at improving their speaking skills. However, making this the centerpiece of professional development is a critical mistake. To truly unleash the potential within your workforce, and by extension, propel your organization forward, a paradigm shift is essential. It's time to divert the spotlight from the endless Sisyphean task of weakness remediation to the far more fruitful pursuit of strength cultivation. By doing so, we stand not just to transform individual careers, but also to reshape the landscape of our workplaces into territories of boundless growth and innovation. Part 2. Transform your talents into strengths with the right knowledge and skills. Have you ever stopped to wonder why you excel at certain things? It might be your natural charm making you the life of the party, or your analytical mind that solves complex puzzles with ease. Often we're told practice makes perfect, but the foundation of our strengths goes deeper than mere repetition. It starts with a spark of natural talent. Talents are the unique patterns of thought and behavior that predispose us to excel in specific areas. These innate gifts make certain activities feel almost effortless. For instance, striking up a conversation with a stranger might come naturally to you, a clear indication of your talent for forging connections. This innate predisposition, however, isn't something we can change at will. What we can do is nurture and develop it into a full-fledged strength. The journey from a raw talent to a polished strength involves a blend of knowledge, acquisition, and skill development. When diving into something new, we encounter two types of knowledge: factual and experiential. Let's take learning the piano as an example. You'll need to absorb factual information like musical notations and scales. Concurrently, you gain experiential knowledge through the act of practicing, performing, and immersing yourself in music. This hands-on experience is invaluable, providing insights you can't get from books alone. As your knowledge deepens, you also refine your skills, those activities within your chosen domain that you can perform exceptionally well. For instance, an adept public speaker knows how to captivate an audience's attention from start to finish, a skill honed through practice and experience. Identifying and developing your strengths is a pilgrimage, not a quick trip. By pinpointing the skills you excel at, you can better understand and articulate your strengths. Interestingly, when it comes to naming our weaknesses, our vocabulary is rich and nuanced. We have a myriad of terms: neurosis, anxiety, perfectionism, to describe our challenges in excruciating detail. Yet, our language for strengths seems surprisingly underdeveloped. In the professional sphere, terms like people skills are thrown around, but they hardly capture the nuances of human talent. For instance, two individuals renowned for their people skills might excel in entirely different areas. One might be exceptional at nurturing long-term relationships, while the other shines in dynamic group discussions. It's high time we give the same level of attention and precision to our discussions of talent and strength. Understanding the intricacies of our talents not only celebrates our uniqueness, but also opens the door to unparalleled growth and self-improvement. In exploring the origins and nature of our talents, we equip ourselves to transform these raw materials into the strengths that define our personal and professional success. Part 3. Unlocking the secrets of talent, the neuroscience behind our strengths. Ever wonder why some skills or activities just seem to click for you, while others feel like a constant uphill battle? The answer to this riddle lies not in the stars, but in the intricate workings of our brain. The journey to understanding our natural talents and how they evolve into strengths takes us deep into the realm of neuroscience. Let's rewind to our early childhood. Imagine your brain as a bustling metropolis with 100 billion neurons lighting up the cityscape, each capable of forming around 15,000 connections. These synaptic connections are the lifelines of our brain, enabling swift and seamless communication between neurons. It's akin to having the raw potential of a genius nestled in our tiny heads as toddlers. But here's where the plot thickens. As we age, particularly by the time we hit our mid-teens, a vast array of these connections gets pruned in what could only be described as a neurological purge. This isn't a tragic loss. Rather, it's a crucial step toward cognitive efficiency. By shedding billions of synaptic connections, our brains avoid sensory overload, allowing for the strengthening of specific pathways. These reinforced connections are the neurological underpinnings of our talents. They make certain activities feel almost reflexive for us, whether it's a knack for mathematical reasoning or a gift for communicating with empathy and clarity. It's as if our brains have been fine-tuned through a natural process to excel in particular domains. But what happens when we're determined to override our brain's default settings or to enhance certain connections even further? The answer, unsurprisingly, involves practice, lots of it. By consistently engaging in specific behaviors or thought patterns, we bolster those synaptic connections, making them more dominant within our neural network. Yet, as many can attest, altering deeply ingrained reactions or behaviors is no small feat. Consider the struggle to remain composed during a heated debate. Despite all your efforts to cultivate patience, to listen actively, and to respond with calmness, old habits often rear their heads, derailing even the best-laid plans. This is because the synaptic connections underlying our natural dispositions can be stubbornly resistant to change. Understanding the neuroscientific foundation of our talents doesn't just offer a fascinating glimpse into the workings of the human brain, it also empowers us. It highlights the immense potential for growth that lies within the disciplined application of our efforts. While some aspects of who we are may be deeply rooted in the neural circuits of our early years, the ability to shape and refine our talents into formidable strengths remains within our grasp, guided by the latest insights from neuroscience. Part 4. Spotting your hidden talents in the flow of daily life. Take a moment to observe the sea of faces around you next time you're on the bus or navigating the corridors of your workplace. Each person you see harbors unique strengths, many of which remain untapped, hidden beneath the surface of routine interactions and overlooked in the hustle of daily tasks. The quest to uncover these hidden gems, our talents, is not just rewarding, it's vital to unlocking our full potential. The good news? Our day-to-day experiences are riddled with clues about our innate talents, waiting for us to pick them up. The key lies in paying close attention to our spontaneous reactions to various situations. Consider, for example, finding yourself at a gathering where you're among strangers. If your instinct is to seek comfort in the familiarity of known faces, it could hint at a talent for deepening and nurturing existing bonds. Conversely, If you're drawn to mingle with unknown guests, eagerly striking up conversations, you may possess a knack for building new connections with ease. Or picture a scenario at work where an unforeseen issue crops up, like an employee calling in sick at the last moment. If your immediate response is to inquire about the employee's well-being with genuine concern, empathy might be one of your strengths. On the flip side, if your mind jumps straight to strategizing solutions to cover the gap, you likely have a talent for swift, problem-solving thinking. To get even closer to uncovering your talents, consider these two powerful indicators: yearnings and rapid learning. Yearnings are those compelling urges that have pulled at you since childhood, guiding you towards activities you innately enjoy. Was there something you were drawn to as a child, something that captivated your interest completely? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, for instance, composed his first symphony at the tender age of 12, a testament to his profound musical yearning manifesting early in life. Rapid learning, on the other hand, is an indicator of how swiftly you acquire new skills. Have you ever dabbled in something new and found yourself excelling at it almost effortlessly? Henri Matisse's journey into painting began almost accidentally, with a simple painting manual in hand, and yet in merely 4 years he found his way into Paris's most esteemed art school. This leap was powered by a latent talent for art that awaited discovery and nurture. Our daily life, with its myriad interactions and challenges, serves as a canvas, displaying traces of our hidden talents. By observing how we instinctively react to usual and unusual occurrences alike, we can begin to piece together the puzzle of our unique strengths. Whether it's through the lens of yearning or the astonishing speed of learning, each hint is a guidepost, leading us closer to uncovering the talents that, once fully embraced and developed, can transform our lives. Part 5: Empowering your team. Unlocking employee talents for peak performance. Diving into the rich landscape of your team's talents holds the key to unlocking unparalleled productivity and satisfaction at work. With a clearer understanding of the intrinsic talents that drive individuals, you're primed to align these strengths with your organizational goals, setting the stage for a thriving workplace environment. As we've navigated the complex terrain of talents, we've learned the importance of precise identification and articulation of these unique attributes. The workplace, with its myriad roles and responsibilities, presents a prime arena for this discernment. Imagine there are 34 known talents that directly impact organizational success. Let's spotlight a few you might already notice within your team. Consider the analytical mind in your midst. This individual brings a level of scrutiny and objectivity to discussions that is invaluable. They're the advocate of data-driven decisions, holding a firm belief in the power of evidence to guide the way forward. Their approach to problem-solving is methodical, and they expect clarity and sound reasoning in all communications. This insight helps tailor your approach to engage and motivate your analytical team members effectively. Then, there's the commander, a natural leader. Her influence is felt across the team as she navigates challenges with confidence and a clear vision. Her strengths lie in her ability to sway opinions, steer discussions, and remain unflinching in the face of opposition. These individuals are your go-to for an honest, unvarnished perspective on team dynamics, though it's crucial to ensure they balance their assertiveness with empathy towards less outspoken members. Lastly, let's not overlook the restorative force within your team. This person embodies resilience and resourcefulness, thriving on the opportunity to solve the most daunting of problems. Their optimism and solution-focused mindset make them an asset in roles that demand quick thinking and a positive outlook, particularly in customer relations. When challenges arise, turning to your restorative talents guarantees a thoughtful and effective approach to resolution. Recognizing and nurturing these distinct talents within your team does more than bolster individual performance. It cultivates a culture of excellence and innovation. By seeing beyond general competencies to the unique strengths each team member brings, you lay the groundwork for a workplace that not only achieves its objectives, but does so with a sense of purpose and collaboration. As you continue to fine-tune your awareness of these talents, remember that your role in harnessing and directing these abilities is pivotal to your organization's broader success story. Final summary. The prevailing wisdom often pushes us towards relentless self-improvement, emphasizing the need to fix our flaws. However, now discover your strengths invites us to shift our focus, advocating for a profound recognition and cultivation of our innate talents and strengths. This approach doesn't just apply to personal growth, it's a transformative lens through which we can view employee development and organizational success. The essence of this guidance lies in identifying the natural talents that each of us possesses. These talents, deeply ingrained patterns of thought and behavior, provide the fertile ground from which our true strengths can bloom. By nurturing these talents with skill and knowledge, we unlock our potential to excel and achieve in ways that align with our authentic selves. So, as you navigate the everyday scenarios of work and life, pay close attention to the reactions and inclinations that come effortlessly to you. These are the markers of your unique talents waiting to be developed into strengths. Whether it's the analytical rigor, the commanding influence, or the restorative optimism you bring to a situation, each trait is a piece of the puzzle that, when recognized and honed, can lead to greater satisfaction and achievement. Ultimately, now, discover your strengths is a call to action, to stop the endless cycle of fixing weaknesses and start the rewarding journey of building on our inherent talents. By doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute positively to the environments and organizations we are part of. Embracing this philosophy opens the door to a life lived with confidence, purpose, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.